Hello, America! In anticipation of the upcoming midterm elections, Fox News correspondent Jesse Waters coined a new term, Beyonce voters. According to Waters, Beyonce voters are single ladies who depend on the government because they're not depending on their husbands. Because it's impossible to be strong and independent and also identify as a single woman, apparently. So in honor of Mr. Waters, I thought I would do a Beyonce voter-inspired makeup tutorial. First step is foundation. I'm using a shade called Rhetoric by Condescending Politician. It feels so good to be slapped in the face with rhetoric by a condescending politician. I love how valid I feel right now. Next up, primer. I'm using Women in Office. And feel free to liberally apply because women make up 50% of the population but only 17% of Congress. It's virtually impossible to underuse it at this point. You can always use more women in office. So my darker shadow today is called Minimum Wage. This product only comes in minis, so you'll probably run out pretty quickly and the coverage won't be great, but you'll just have to make do with what's there, you know? The second shadow I'm using is called Equal Pay for Equal Work. This product actually comes in men's and women's, but women only get 78% of what men get. Some people swear that it's a myth or that it's basically the same thing, even though it's not. For liner, I'm using a felt tip liquid pen called Female Breadwinner. 40% of households with children have female breadwinners, including young, single-parent households. There are a lot of relevant medical issues at stake in this midterm election, including access to safe abortion and contraception. So I'm sealing my foundation in today with a pressed powder called Not a Doctor. So wherever you applied Condescending Politician, just add a light dusting of Not a Doctor, and remind yourself that some politicians frequently make medically inaccurate assumptions about your body's needs, and they often make those assumptions into laws that you abide by. Ooh boy, that is not great. For blush, I'm using additional measures. In a lot of states, there are more than names on the ballot. Voters are also making decisions about major issues like personhood and healthcare, so definitely don't forget about additional measures. And finally, for lips, I'm using my favorite shade, Independent Woman. Because bitch, Beyonce out-earned her husband last year. She doesn't need to rely on anybody, and she asks for what she wants. In the past, statistics have shown that young, unmarried women just don't show up to the polls on voting day. Because of those numbers, politicians tend to ignore or completely misinterpret the needs of our demographic. On voting day, don't let other people speak for you. Register to vote now and check out Cosmo's new #CosmoVotes campaign for election coverage. That's all for now, guys. Bye!